What's up, everyone? Thanks for coming back today for your daily dose of Star Wars. I hope you're all doing well and are ready to challenge everything I say because I really do love all of the comments and different points of view down in the comment sections, whether you agree with me or not, just because I love how many of us are really into this franchise and these characters and how we can have a discussion about it. So today I'm sure we will have a bunch of different thoughts and opinions because we are talking about Kylo Ren coming to the light side of the Force at some point in this trilogy. The first reason I think this is because recently Rian Johnson has said in an interview that both Rey and Kylo Ren are protagonists for this film. That's a huge thing that we can't ignore when considering this idea of Kylo turning, simply because it was said by Rian Johnson, who not only directed the movie, but also wrote the script for the film. It truly is his story and his project, and because of this, if he says it, I think you should believe it. I know this might be challenging for some of you considering you had a hard time believing J.J. Abrams during the span of The Force Awakens, but Rian Johnson is not J.J. and not all directors are the same, so keep that in mind. The next reason I think this is because in The Force Awakens we have already seen Kylo struggle to immerse himself in the darkness. That is something that this character struggles with. That is really his character arc for this film, but ultimately it fails, and it left room for Rian Johnson to continue this struggle with Kylo. Not only that, but JJ's decision to kill Han Solo and have Kylo do it gives Rian Johnson his own little world when it comes to where he wants to take Kylo next. We already know that Kylo didn't feel as he anticipated after he struck down Han Solo. Rather than feeling accomplished and powerful, he continued to feel torn apart, and you can see that in his eyes in that scene. I definitely know a lot of you are thinking, how can they expect us to root for the guy who killed Han Solo? Well, think about it this way. Anakin, right as he turned to Vader before Obi-Wan sliced him in half, killed younglings, but we still rooted for him to come back to the light side in Return of the Jedi to save Luke, so that might help. The other reason I think that Kylo might be drawn back to this light is because he talks to Vader's helmet, and tells him he feels it again, the call to the light. Kylo asks Vader's helmet to show him the power of the darkness. This reinforces my statement about Kylo's character struggling to cling to the dark side. This is, again, part of his character arc, and throughout The Force Awakens, his character arc is developed. The longer you watch the movie, the more apparent it is that Kylo is struggling to cling to the dark side, so while his character arc is him trying to get himself to be fully immersed into the dark side, it does not work. We know that he was struggling to commit to the darkness even before the film started, based on the fact that he not only wanted Vader's helmet to show him the power of the darkness, but he wanted to show him again the power of the darkness. Again. So this is definitely something that Kylo has been working on probably since he abandoned Luke and started training under Snoke as a dark side warrior. Next up is something that is a rather simple indicator of Kylo's turn to the light. It's a scene from The Force Awakens that takes place between him and Snoke, and it's when Kylo says, "By the grace of your training, I will not be seduced." Kylo says that to Snoke. Why would you even say that to Snoke? The biggest big bad in this trilogy, why would you even say that to him if that's something you weren't struggling with and weren't concerned about? If Kylo was telling this to Snoke, he's just looking for some reassurance from Snoke that he believes that Kylo will succeed. All Snoke is able to offer up to him is something along the lines of, "We shall see." Why would Kylo even say that if he wasn't going to turn? Next, I want to read a paragraph from the novelization of The Force Awakens to you that shows the next portion of Kylo's struggle to cling to the dark side, and this takes place immediately following after he kills Han. Stunned by his own action, Kylo Ren fell to his knees. Following through on the act ought to have made him stronger, a part of him believed. Instead, he found himself weakened. He did not hear the roar of the enraged Wookiee above, but he did feel the sting of the shot from the bowcaster as it slammed into his side, knocking him back on the walkway. This passage tells us that everything stopped after Kylo killed Han. Kylo couldn't continue to focus on anything else after killing his father. He didn't hear anyone scream, and he would have stayed in this state if Chewie hadn't fired the bowcaster at him for who knows how long. That doesn't show power. That shows regret in his actions. He wasn't like Anakin's good to bad in 10 on-screen minutes in Revenge of the Sith, where he just does all of these horrible things, including killing younglings as well as many, many others. Kylo couldn't kill one person without feeling overcome with guilt and shock and disbelief that he actually did that. That shows he's not as strong as Vader, and at this rate, Kylo's goal of finishing what Vader started, the odds are not in his favor. Never tell me the odds. Some of you had to have been thinking that, and thumbs up to you if you were thinking that. But one thing is, yes, he did kill Lor San Tekka, but that wasn't Han. This was something very, very personal to Kylo, and if he can't disregard those personal feelings, he's going to continue to struggle with the dark side. So the last point I want to talk about is what Adam Driver has said about his character in The Last Jedi. Way back, Adam said, when asked on whether Kylo would survive to see another film, "It depends on what you mean by survive," was his response. I'm sure this references his emotional struggle to cling to the darkness in this continued story arc that Rian Johnson is going to continue where JJ left it off. So in an even more recent interview, Adam had this to say about the direction of his character. Check it out.
Without giving away plot,
yeah, right.
Will fans be happy with what happens to Kylo?
God, I hope. I mean, I hope they will. I hope. I think it'll be, hopefully unexpected.
Last question.
So those are all the reasons I think that Kylo Ren will turn to the light side of the Force at some point in this trilogy. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Challenge me, add support, tell me I'm crazy. Anything you want down there, because I really want to have another good discussion about it in the comment section. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. If you're a daily coffee drinker, hit that bell down below to be among the first to know when a new video goes live. Thank you guys as always. Keep loving Star Wars, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.